Okay, so that's fine, but I see the scheduled closes is still there again. I do see that the scheduled closes are still on the active page, but we don't want any of those there. Remember, when I schedule a close, it should brought me on over to the scheduled page with that scheduled close being logged there, and that's a good UX. It shouldn't be duplicated here on the active positions page. Thank you. This is going to be nice because it's going to tighten it up. If it's tight, then okay. Remove this whole bar. We don't need to say order settings anymore. That's inferred. Also, the BTC position, scoot it up a little bit more so we can save a little bit more room. I just can't believe I used to do this over like Skype. Like, hey bro, can you fix this? 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 And now it's like I can at least just do it myself. Okay, we're out of strategies. We completed 130. We'll get a few more in there. No, 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 I'm not. I like doing this. I like doing this. It's lazy, but I think it's effective. Select all. Command Shift I think. Fuck. Command Option I. Go ahead and run them back. Let's see what you get this time. Run back. Live now. Join to see the code, watch HD, and get the full recording. Moondev is streaming right now. Always building, always shipping. The grind never stops. Jump in now. Grab a ticket and join the Zoom. Okay, that's chill. That's chill. That's chill. That's chill. Um, and that should turn off in 3 minutes. I'll come back to that later. Okay, so remove the order settings toggle bar. Beautiful. From grammatical evolution to toggle bars. What a ride. What a ride. I'm so confused what you're doing over here. Like, this is great. This is perfect. It's just that where was this 10 minutes ago? You know? So how can we make this a little smaller so I don't have to scroll?
Don't even think about it, bro. Just keep going. Let them find out who it was. They gonna be on you.
Yes, I am focused on the scroll heavily today. I don't want to scroll. Just throws me off. I want to have my eyes on the liquidations at all times, essentially. Oh, okay. I could have just done that the whole time. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. I want to combine this BTC row with the first row. So essentially, you can just move over the P&L to the left, closer to the position, have a nice line break in between, and then just have coin, maybe a new section. So because it's different, like position versus this little section, have coin and leverage on that same horizontal axis. You can get rid of price, bid, ask. Don't need that. I don't need price. I'm not trading price. I'm not trading price. Not trading price. Not like that, at least. I don't need the price. I'm not staring at the price all day. No way. I'm staring at these guys getting liquidated because I know they're in max pain and they don't want to close their positions when they're closing their positions. At least I didn't. Last time you got liquidated, did you want to close that position? It's just like, okay, now if the position's big enough, well, hell, I, that dude might move the market. This guy's been moving the market with like $4 million. So I see a lot of people with $4 million. Actually, there's nobody in the market. Everybody's liquidated. Everybody got licked. Look at this, dude. There's one guy, 14 million. But just a couple days ago, there was like this was full of yellow and scary place out there. Scary, scary place. Leverage is a drug. It's probably one of the most addictive drugs in the world. Sheesh. But I just got I like this liquidation approach to the market simply probably because I have pain in my heart from getting liquidated, dude. It was too easy for me to 40x lev, and maybe that's due to like having an addictive personality. Like, but I'm happy about that personality. I'm happy about that personality. But it's not good for trading because you just try to go harder, harder, more, more, more. And in trading, that just gets you smoked. So this app so far has really slowed me down, which is helpful. Makes me enter upon liquidations, which is nice. And I'm just gonna keep building it piece by piece. Should be interesting. Should be interesting. Let's go ahead and see if she finished this here. I combined the position. Okay, perfect. Okay, so actions here. Okay, there you go, Shorty. That's what I'm talking about. That is the type of I'm talking about, B. Let's get it. That's why I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm zoom back in. Now I'm feeling good. I can see again. Oh, that is nice. Wait, great job. I made this messy old thing into better. It's not still not great. It's still not great. Speaking of that, all right, now go ahead and redesign the risk page because it's using up way more space than it needs to. I would ideally have it all fit in where we don't need to scroll at all. Like trading hours does not need that huge section. It's fire. It's a fire feature, but it doesn't need that huge section. We don't need to have our protection naming on a different line than our account lowest and active. That could all be in one line. Really, really tighten this one up. This one should be super easy to make it non-scrollable, but keep all of the functionality. Remove the open positions. You can reuse header from the actions tab, how we have the position, because yes, when you're looking at your risk, you might want to be looking at your position as well, right? We don't need the header of risk protection either. Like if you clicked on risk, we clicked on the risk tab. That's enough. That's enough. So you could make the account value lowest and active all smaller. Yeah, there's a lot you can do. Think about it. Make it so we don't have to scroll at all and everything is still there. All right. Thanks, guys. And then I can't even tell you what's going on with this, but it says negative 110 and negative 41 minutes. I don't even know how that happens, be, but you do. So I'm grateful for you. Thank you. Thank you for your help. It's been a pleasure working with you today. You're really killing it. I just need her to know. I just need her to know, or else like it's bad juju. It's bad. It's bad, bro. Okay, notes here. I don't need my notes section. On my notes section, on the notes section, again, we don't need the my notes anymore. This will tighten it up a little bit and make it so we don't have to scroll. So you can remove that little horizontal bar there that says my notes that can be inferred when you go to the notes section. Thank you. Okay, so risk, we're working on that here. Scheduled is chill. But there's a problem with my schedule. I know it now. I know it. I know it. Also, please look into the actions of scheduling a protect profit. Matter of fact, sheesh. The whole action section is cooked now. I can't close. I can only open. But remember, I should be able to click a button and say close too. So on that same row where it says my position, you could say open or close, and each of them will have different settings, right? We got a bunch of close settings, close a percentage, close all, 100%. We could use these exact same settings pretty much, and then we're just flipping them out to close instead of open, because we might close on licks, close at licks, etc. It's like this function out the way this is laid out is great. You just have to put a radio button or something smooth there on the line where it says the position. Sheesh. Cooked us with that swap. Redesign wrist tab. All right, dude. As I'm finishing up here, if you do want lifetime access to everything, I did bring that back. You can apply here at moondev.com. It's lifetime access. It's moondev.com. You get pretty much everything I got, dude. Everything I got with cheese. You get access to the Algo Trade Camp, 15 days, boot camp. You get Quant Elite for life, not yearly. Yearly is 3,500. You get AI master classes. You get Solana Copy Bot, the course and sniper course, Polymarket Trading Bot course, Inner Circle. You're going to get early access to this app here as well. So as I build it, I'm going to give you alpha access.
How you back at it again? 7 to 9. Look how much more training I have done by simply starting at 4. Right. So now you do that, and as the years go on, the separation that you have with your competitors, your peers, just grows larger and larger and larger and larger. By year 5 or 6, doesn't matter what kind of work they do in the summer, they're never going to catch you.
They're never going to catch up. So I'm going to keep sprinting towards Jim Simons. I'm going to stay fully automated plus this little degen thing I'm building for the quant app. You get 18 months of liquidation data, which would be 10 Gs on CoinGlass, which is a nice UI for liquidations. But if you want to work with the data, you got to get 18 months. I got 18 months, and I think they give you like 12 days. So you get to see where everybody's positions are. I mean, you'll be able to see it in the quant app, or I have a dashboard though. I walk you through how to build, and then you get both. You know, I had to take down the AI agent repo, GitHub. Of course, you get that, and 100 plus extra back tests here, and you get a second private GitHub. This is my trading bot GitHub. So a lot of people are trading on these obscure exchanges or airdrop farming, etc., but also trade stocks and futures here on Interactive Brokers. Um, yeah, this is pretty much everything I got, and you get everything in the future as well, which is crazy. So you can read that page at your own time, your own speed. Much love to you. Let's just keep it pushing here while we finish this out. Okay, done. Here's a summary of all the changes. Range lock. Okay, that was a bug. Removed risk. Okay, perfect. Let's get it. Let's go. And then, of course, you get a lifetime membership to the community. So everything is lifetime all access. All access pass. Positions. It says I have no position. So maybe it got me out of the position. Um, no, I don't think so. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, we'll address that here in a second. So this time it actually didn't show me my position on the positions tab. It used to have that nice big green thing. We can actually go ahead and take those middle notes now. You know, like the entry and all that stuff that's kind of clogged in the middle. Let's bring it down a level to one lower and don't take up too much more room, but you can make them a little, the words a little big, or the numbers a little bigger now because we do have a little bit more room. Again, we don't want to make it so big that it's scrolling, but what I noticed of having all of that data in the middle of the symbol in the P&L is when I make the app smaller, it really makes it look bad. So you can make that update here too. So the position is not showing currently. Bring that back and then, you know, heighten just a little bit the area so you can move the other smaller text data to below. Is it necessary to repeat yourself? It's not a human, dude. That's the thing that I be thinking about a lot is like when I speak, giving instructions to someone, I usually say it one way and then I say it again another way. That's just I don't know why, but why do you do that to AI is the question. Why do you do it to AI? She can read. She can read and comprehend it all. I feel like with people, it's sometimes it depends on how they look at me too, you know? They look at me confused, I'm gonna do it twice, but I guess it's just the communication we don't have. We don't have those verbal cues with the AI. It can't be like, yeah, I got you. I got you. Okay, keep going, keep going. Okay. Okay, we're still going with this as well. So should have a bunch of winners here. See the new ones. Oh yeah, we got a gang of them from 1229. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, maybe 18, 20. One trade though. This one's trash. What's this one? 272 trades. Low sharp. EV negative, so that's trasher as well. There's a 19% with a 4% drawdown. That's pretty good. Sharp ratio 1.61, so that's good. EV crazy, but only two trades. Impulsive move 12, 10. So I like double, so 14 versus 10 are my favorite. 2x the negative of it. So nothing too far, but it could be interesting ideas of filtering these low drawdown ones onto things that work. I don't know. I just put it up here. I wanted everybody to have access to them, so you can just download them, I believe. That's how about Che. And I don't know what this is, what's going to happen here with this position, but let's make sure that I've controlled my risk. I know I'm kind of testing as I go, but I can't even see the position right now. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. No risk controls on right now. It's okay, though. If this app has taught me anything, it's patience in trading. So I probably won't get liquidated right now. I can't really get liquidated. You know, when I'm testing an idea a lot, of the ideas I test will be in regime dependent. How do I know when a strategy is good enough for to pursue? I like twice the return to drawdown. Um, that's one. I mean, that's also called the Kalmar ratio, I believe. But that's just a good way to measure your risk. Like, are you getting 2x ROI of what a drawdown would be? And then I get kind of, I don't know. I guess it just depends on your position, but I'm trading. I launched that bots with $10 size. So when I see that number, that combination, and it looks like it's working in multiple regimes or the regime that we're currently in, if you can identify that, then I test it because I can't answer like, I can tell you look for over zero point 0.2 EV. That's another good thing I look for. So expected value. So some of these back tests show they should all show expected value. So the ones we did today here, 1027, 1229, EV here, 2.1, 1.1, negative 0.11. And then you can see the return versus drawdown. I like to see a good amount of trades. So like one trade, two trade, four trade, seven trade. I just kind of ignore those. 272 trades. Okay. It's getting interesting. Yeah, it's really just what you're comfortable with after you have your set of things you're looking at. So Sharp ratio could be good for me and not for you. Ratio is not awesome in crypto because it penalizes you from the up for the upside as well. So Sortino is probably a better gauge instead of Sharp for crypto specifically. I look at max drawdown, told you that. Number of trades, yeah. So I tried to put this. These are like the things that I look at pretty much. There's so many stats on back. If you're using backtesting.py, there's so many stats that I just had to pick a handful.
Imagine you had everything you wanted, everything. Imagine you were everything you ever wanted to be and capture that feeling. That's the easiest way to manifest what you want.
I hope that helps a little bit, dude. Well, those are the stats that I look at. She's really working. Okay, yes. Restart, please. Thank you. Okay. Start. Okay. Send her that. My pleasure. 777. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, we're still missing the position. So funny. Am I out of position? No, I'm still in position. So I wonder if it tracks it on. No, not here either. Holy moly, she chopped that. Just a little more space and shorty. Just a little more space. And I appreciate the effort though. I appreciate it. I really do. I really appreciate the effort of you keeping this nice and tight, but let's loosen it up a little bit so things aren't overlapping like this, both on the open and close. It looked like the close is a little more better, but they still both need a little more spacing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And we're out of ideas here, so I'm gonna grab the book. I'm gonna grab the book. I'm grabbing the book again. Let's go ahead and hit start monitoring here. We'll continue to test this. I've got a prompt already sitting, so let's grab the book. My position just doesn't show, so let's see. But we will just grab the book for now and put in some new ideas. Regime-based strategies. Shout out to Joe for that. I don't know what she would do there because okay, so I've made the following changes here. Coin larger, okay. Okay, but the thing is I can't see the position. Also, the position page still is not seeing my position. So I think that's throwing off the position page, that's throwing off the actions page, that's throwing off the top right account because that should show my position. But essentially, yeah, my position is not showing anymore. And I have confirmed on the exchange that it is still there. Okay. Okay, here's a keyword. Top reversals. Okay. Double top, non-failure swing. Double bottom, failure swing. Trend continuation. Let's get them going. So my agents are going here. Retest breakout levels. Retest breakout levels. Retest breakout levels. I'm gonna throw 2 credits at that one, Vasily. Throw 2 credits at that idea. Thank you. Okay, that should be good for a minute. The book down. Fixing position display. Okay. I'm testing 25 different assets. So BTC, ETH, I think some Sol. But yeah, there's a plenty of array of ways to make this look better, backtest look better, use or actually do better as well. Some Nvidia data, some Tesla data, couple futures in there. It's an array of 25 data sets that I thought would be worthy to just test everything against, you know? Yeah, I'm still not seeing my position, so I have no risk management right now, pretty much. Gosh. Building in production, like this is crazy, dude. This is crazy, 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 crazy. All right, I might get licked, dude. I might get licked because I got nothing. I got nothing monitoring my positions. Okay. Coins that are jumping into the top 30 of volume. It's a good idea. I'm over here about to get smoked, so we'll see. We'll see. Okay, proceed, please, before I get licked. Thank you. Still doesn't have my position, dude. What happened? Okay, let's go here and say control option I believe. How to open debug panel, Chrome. Control Shift I, Command Option. I thought I did that. Oh, okay, my bad. Silly kids. Okay, so we got a bunch of errors over here, so maybe that will be helpful.
You know, it's something that truly exists in all of us. It's very simple. This is what I believe. And I'm willing to die.
Willing to dive.
Yeah.
Period. 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 Yo, Tax, what up, bro? Thank you, dude. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Rattle them boys. Rattle them boys. Okay, so like ZBT, it had almost no volume until December 24th, and now it's in the top 10 and highly volatile. Damn, dude. What is ZBT? That is a great insight. Yeah, that makes sense though. Pop it up in there over jump it up into the top 30% like that. It's a good indicator. Top 30. Yeah, so our positions are still cooked. Like I can't see them. I can't see any position. And I do have a position. I'm looking at it on the exchange right now. So something's broken, but here's the debug. She should be able to find it here if I do this correctly. What is it? Option Command I. Say it with me. Option Command I is how you open DevTools. Option Command I. Option Command I. They're right both next to the keyboard there. So the space bar, just boom, boom, just Option Command I. Okay, I got it. Option Command I. Just need a mechanic to choose tokens in play. Yeah, dude. Just how I mean, that was like the original idea of even learning how to code. Just see coin geckos that are in play, but that's fire. We can do that. We can do anything. Okay, there we go, bro. Okay, and that looks better too. Entry, nice job. You did a good job with this. Really good job. I've just taken a day to get this all nice and you know, easy for me to control. And then now I feel like I've built a pretty solid whip. Like I can drive now. I can drive. I can drive in these 40x roads. without losing everything day one because I've made it 7 days so far. But speaking of that, I should probably just close this position because I feel like, yeah, this can go liquidate 5 minute breakout, go liquidate because there's no shorts to liquidate is the thing. Unless he decides to liquidate everybody, but he's far below. I don't know. I don't know. I already took profit, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I've already closed 60% of the position. 50%, I don't know. But I don't know. These are the decisions that I can't make. So I just try to have the app here to help me. So let's see if it can actually help me. Okay, close. See if we make it a little bigger. I feel like these two can share a row. Great job. You got it back. Position looks good. I feel like these two on the actions page can share a row because yeah, you could put like the close wording on top of the buttons and same with the ticks wording on top of the buttons and just have them there. They should both fit. And let's take away some of the ticks. Let's remove the 4, the 8, the 9, and the 12 and the 13 and the 14. So we'll remove some of the ticks so it'll fit better. But don't remove any of the closes. Okay, so that's gonna be nice. Let's see if they work here. So I'm gonna close 75% here. When the price goes below. What's my entry? 87014, 87055. If it falls below that, I'm gonna get 100% close. Eight seven zero one four. Okay, this doesn't matter. I'm just trying to make sure it all works. Okay, close. Okay, beautiful. 87055 here. Protect. I'm gonna change that to close. I'm just not gonna do it today. Risk here. Nice, much better. 8 a.m., 4 p.m. Beautiful. I count and then low. Um, that's fine. Don't care about the numbers right now. I want the functionality down. I can put the comments in later. Log is cooked. Log is cooked. Who knows what the log even does, to be honest. I think it might be the worst thing I've ever created in my life. The log is cooked. Notes is far enough. It's been storing my notes fine. And if I do this long enough, I can have an AI plop in there and be like, yo, how do I trade better? One thing I'm gonna put on the to-do list is with these notes, with the notes, add in the P&L. So we can see if improvement is needed. Okay, let's go ahead and keep testing these. Start monitoring. Okay, actions here. What do I have scheduled? So first off, instead of protect on the scheduled page, let's have it show close as well. Because our protection is really just a close. So it should be the same color and it should show close. It should just be like under this amount. Now, the second more important thing is every time we restart the app, we lose that protection one that is now called close. It should be sticky just like the others. Thanks.
That's something I always do. Not gonna rest, I'm gonna keep on pushing that. A lot of answers that I don't have, even questions that I don't have. But I'm just gonna keep going. Just gonna keep going, and I'll figure these things out as you go, right? And you just continue to build that way. So that I try to live by that all the time.
Rest at the end.
Rest at the end.
Rest at the end. Compacting conversation. That's got to be the probably like the least best. Don't want to use any negative tones around here, but the least best. The best, if it was the opposite of the 10 out of 10 best, that's got to be that. Compacting conversations got to be that. Such a vibe kill. And it makes me nervous sometimes because I get hit with like hit that with that like if the thing's not working or it's down and I get hit with a compacted exposed to the market. Okay, at least I have a stop loss here, 10% here. And let's go ahead and make sure that all the actions still work here. So let's go ahead and just try to close 5% because remember, things did change. Close 100%. Nice. Works great. Uh, Close 5%, tick 5. Okay, so it's warning me like don't be a silly guy here. Let's assume it works. Um at long licks, at short licks, if there's 2 million, how about? Then I want to close 100%. Okay, so close 100% at tick 5 with 2 million of short liquidations in 10 minutes. So 100% at tick 5 scheduled. I didn't schedule it, bro. It's okay. Patience, patience, patience. This is why I'm not adding a ton of new features here because perfecting this is tough. You can see I actually hit close 100%. And I was actually using the at short liquidations 2 million, and it did successfully send me over to the schedule page, but it did not schedule the close like it should have. Maybe it's because there's already a close upon liquidation, but it's not even the same type of liquidation, and we should be able to have multiple anyways. So the one that shows right now is not the one I just set. I set one when it hit a threshold of 2 million. The one that's already set is when the A408 gets liquidated. So you can see the problem here. Thank you. Go ahead and make it so it's available to schedule as many closes as we want with the same ones or different ones. Thanks, guy. Appreciate you. Okay, so I have a laundry list for her, huh? Just keeps going. Just keeps going and going. I just got more and more. Okay, let's look at the risk here. How's the risk look? Oh, risk is Gucci. Log is cooked. I don't even want to look at it. To be honest, I don't even want to look at it. So it's just a bunch of starts here. 1056 add. Okay, that works. I know how to fix this. I'm gonna put it on the list because I'm not gonna do it today. But let's say from the execution log, let's remove the whole start thing. That just spams up the thing. And then let's just be very clear that we're just adding the schedules, the executions. So when one of the schedules executes, the buys, the sells. Yeah. Okay, so you can see done. The close entries will now persist across startups. Okay, and then I don't even know what I said here. I actually hit the 100% close. Oh, and yeah, it didn't schedule it. Okay. Let's go ahead and refresh here and let's see if it persists. Well, I'll go ahead and refresh and then refresh again. How about that? So I mean, if you use it this way, anyways, you're cooked. So, but I think a regular computer might be like this, unfortunately. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Oh, but you can zoom out. You can zoom out. I'm zoomed in right now. So let's see how if I can make this work on a regular computer. Oh yeah, it's Gucci, Gucci. Just gotta zoom out. But I'm zoomed in because there are people watching me. I see dead people. Okay, let's go ahead and say actions here. And we're gonna say if it goes below or on licks here. Which one do we have scheduled already? We have the close. Okay, so now I want to say when there are short licks, I want 3 million in short licks, and I'll close 100% with seems like there's some lag there. When I pushed 3 million in long licks, it took like 5 seconds for it to click over to actually be that on the button. So I think something's wrong there. Um, I had to like click around and finally it got activated from it was showing 1 million, which was I think the default. I changed it to 3. It should automatically change the button to 3. Even when I'm in there, because then it's like the user experience, okay, they're push it to 3 million and the button changes to 3 million immediately. And then they'll click it. They'll click it. So now we have ticks and everything on the same, and this is chill. See what it's like smaller. Because honestly, let's be honest here, dude. I'm picking 7. I'm picking 7 or 15 or like 4. Oh, and I took 4 away. So 5. 5, 7, 15. Or if I have to get in right now because I'm a freak, I pick 1. But I'm not gonna do that. I can't. I just feel wrong. It feels wrong to build it like this. And like you get free money by just clicking this 15. It's your bread, bro. Okay, it um looks like we might, I don't know what's gonna happen. I can't predict price, but looks like we might have survived another higher low. This might be a higher low. We'll see. Could also just get cooked in 2 seconds. So glad I got some risk controls here. I think I'm getting kind of tired, to be honest. I got up at like 4:30 because it got kind of crazy out here. So what I'm gonna do here, and this is what happens to me as a hand trader all the time. That's why I had to get away from it, is
So don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Stay hungry, stay foolish.
yeah, just like getting tired, getting the market taken out of you. So it's just like, okay, well, let's just set up automated things to handle the position and you go do something else. Um, I think I'm wrapping it up here, but I know I said that an hour ago. I know for you guys on the Zoom, we're going way over here, so I'm sorry. Uh, my bad. I won't be able to really schedule this just because you know how I go. I don't really go with schedules, and I'll try to schedule the start time. That's the one thing I can't promise you is when the start time says I'll be here. I don't know if I'll be here early. I'll try to let you know in Discord if I am or somewhere. But yeah. The issue was the volume-based closes, okay, were being stored correctly, but never rendered. Added volume closes unified render, okay. And then I got to give her this prompt here. Okay, now let's go ahead and try this. Refresh. 8 to 4. We're not there yet. So I got a couple more hours of live action. I can take entries and stuff. But I haven't really traded much. I just have one trade. Face off licks. And that's the only way I'm trading. If I'm going to trade 40x leverage, I literally just the math is the math. The math is the math. I can't survive. I can't survive this move on 40x leverage. And that happens pretty much every day. That way or that way. The only way you can survive is if you guess the right way. So if I'm playing poker against these guys, like I'm just chilling. Just chilling. Chilling, waiting. I don't care long or short. I'm bullish Bitcoin long term. But short term, I can't tell you what the price is going to do other than it's going to liquidate everybody. Once the market has liquidated everybody, okay, then bull market can be back on. But this guy has 14 million. This guy has 2 million. This guy has 1.1 million. Not actually because it's 40x leverage, but this guy has 1.1 million. So until those guys lose all their money, I'm using the Quant app to try to trade this with I guess benefits from both sides, right? Because this whole time I've been showing everybody how to automate their trading. I think it's necessary to be an automated trader if you're going to trade because it forces you to look your actual system in the face with a back test. Hand traders don't have to do that. They just go to the exchange and say 40x leverage, and I know I'm right here, and then get liquidated. We watch it every day. So if I'm going to jump onto this world, I'm only trading liquidations. That's why my big scoreboard here is liquidations. But I don't know. I think you got to automate your trading eventually. But I'm trying to help the people that are not going to do that because I see the data. I'm a data dog. Just like everything else in life, it's just try it and just follow the data. Just follow the data. Okay, what's going on here? Fixed. The issue is the Action tabs close on legs controls weren't updating button immediately. Yes. So let's go to action, Jackson. There was this 0.64 million liquidation here. Okay, so here in actions, I've got this scheduled here. Close 10%, close 100%. Those look good to me. 10%. Specific traders liquidations, total market liquidation entries. So close 100% when there's 2 million in liquidations in 10 minutes. Will that happen? I don't know. I don't know. Let's make sure that our close still works here. Just take 2% off, 10% off, maybe 5% off. Okay, close 5%. Take 5. Make sure that still works. Okay, that's a beautiful new bar we added today. Okay, this is getting better. This is getting better. This is getting better. Um, they threw a wrench. They threw a wrench at me the last couple of days with the whole hacked thing. I feel like I rebuilt a server each day for the last 3 days. I did actually, and then made the full pivot to a new one that's a little more secure. Um, we'll see if it goes down again. I hope not. But let's see if all this is working one last time. I've got this scheduled, so I know something's working. Let's say 50% close when shorts get licked. Oh no. Oh no. Short when 3 million get licked. New position detected. So it did close. Beautiful. Okay, close 5% of that position successfully. So our closes work, which is good. The schedule, that means the schedule should work. And this will get me out of the position fully when there's 2 million in liquidations, 10% at 1 million. This action does not work though. And you know, there's two things actually here. Let's just fix it. I might get some water here in a second. Just if you guys give me like 5 minutes, maybe max. Kitchen's actually really close. So you can see the protect. Remember when I click the below or the above? It's supposed to be 0.1% higher than the entry price automatically. But that's filled in before you even click the below and be above because there was an error what happened that when you click it, it fills in that price, right? And but that then the user wants to change that price. Nah, gang, I'm not gonna do that. Let's see. 90,000. I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna do that because this functionality is nice and all, but it's thrown some stuff in here. And the one thing I don't see working still is this. This close when it's above, let's say below, what's the price right now? What's my entry price? I'm just gonna put my entry plus. Let's just put my entry plus a couple. So like 25. So $11 before my entry closes. I'll take profit. So 80, 25, 87, 0, 25. If it goes under there, I'm closing 100%. Be unemotional about that. I really am not, I'm like the opposite of love about the fact of closing a long on a red bar. I think that's just like a silly human thing to do. So I'm not a huge fan of this protect function, but I need to survive long enough to build a solution that can help 40x leverage traders. So I'm building all of those functionalities in here, but I would rather just close now 100% than close down here. So why don't you just close now, Moon? Because you're a greedy human and you want to see this green bar go boom. So, we're all humans and we all have emotions and we all literally can't think when we're in a lot emotional state. We can't think logically. So this is a very interesting thing to build live here because yeah, trading with real money is emotional and building like having the trade executor being built live trading is crazy. Just crazy. Speaking of that, I'm just going to keep closing a little bit then. The crazier I think this through, so we should have if we click the below or above after it's already been selected, it should unselect it. Same with the close at licks. If you click it again, it unselects it. Same with the on licks. If you click it again, it unselects it.
So save multiple people. That's the latest, the greatest thing to do. Don't do that. Do something original. Don't follow the pack.
You can also see that the select lick price is not populating anymore. Just 5 minutes ago, we had that functionality down perfect. So you got this, dog. So I don't know what my position is. Okay, I don't have a huge position. So I got a really good entry this morning. Not a huge position. Let's see if this breaks through. I'm gonna just grab a little bit of water. I'll be back in like. Thank you for your patience, man. All right. All right. So what's going on here? Toggle logic added. Okay. Actions here. So when there's short liquidations of this guy, I want to schedule a close of 100%. 100% close here. What the helly? Come on, gang. So it looks like you reintroduced a button that we don't want. We don't want that schedule or cancel button. Remember, we're just using one action button. Great job on the deselect though. On the deselect, because you just add random stuff, don't you? You are so silly. So silly. What do we have some cancel schedules here? Close, close, close. Okay, close. Okay. What about a close under my entry here? 87014. What about just closing 25% right now? 25%, third tick. Close 25% at the third tick here. Can I do that? Is that easy? Let's say 10%. 10% here. Would you schedule? What is this? Okay. Yeah, well, that's actually correct, but well, and then also you can see that our trigger button doesn't represent what it actually is. And this selected section shows it should, write out what it's doing. For example, close 10% on the third tick when 88406 short gets licked. Done. All right, let's see it. Those 10%, you think this will work? It says don't do it. It says be patient. Oh, smack. Okay. Well, I'll be patient. Don't get me smoked though. I'm ready to be out. I'm ready to be out. Another rejection. Some like this matters. I don't know. These are the tough things, like as a hand trader. Bullish up here, bearish down here. I went from bullish to bearish in one 5-minute bar. And that's just like why I don't believe over the long term you can outperform a robot. So legs close. Okay. One thing I did notice is if I say at short legs, okay, at there, we should add a clear button or something. Next to the selected price here on select lick price, let's have like an X or a clear button that will unselect the lick price and the close at licks section. So for example, I could back out real quick and do like a regular order by hitting that clear button.
Bill, baby, Bill, holding on. Not.
Yes, our slogan must be
Learn, baby, learn, so we can earn, baby, earn. Okay, more visible. Okay. Start monitor actions here. And so let's say long, we'll do a close, short, okay, clear, beautiful. And I can go back, close 10%. Let's make sure that the 10% works. Close at 3 ticks. Okay, it says I can't. It says don't be silly. I could click close anyways. And that's nice. I don't know what my margin is. I think that's one thing that we should add here. Because that to me, that's the most important thing. These mini positions on the risk and the actions page are great. One thing that's missing is the margin. So maybe in parentheses, you could put the margin next to the position size because I'll understand what it is. I don't need you to write margin or anything. Same with the risk page. Just slide it in there. I think those are important. And then scheduled. I mean, this is pretty chopped, but it should work at least. So we have a close here. I got to close at 2 million liquidations. So fully closed when there's 2 million in short liquidations. And if that doesn't happen, I have a stop loss, I believe. Yeah, 1%. But I should also have that under. I want to get that one going, see if that works. So buy below, and we're going to say 87025, which it's weird because it already said that there, but I'm not even going to question it. Close 10%? No, 100%. Okay, close 100% at 3 ticks, 2 ticks, 1 tick. Get me out of there. I'm panic selling. I'm panic selling before this turns into an L. So it's 1 tick, 100% 1 tick. Okay. If the price goes under 87026, so pretty much break even. But I already took half the position off, so there should be some profit. Just hate that. Just don't love it. Don't love it. Don't love it. It's not my favorite. So close 100% if the price goes under there. Okay, so the schedules are starting to work. I don't need these headers. We don't need these headers here. You know, it's pretty well laid out in the actual positions, what is happening. Thank you. This is on the scheduled page. Let's just tighten that page up a little bit more. Scheduled liquidation entries. I like the bar, but I think you could put a much smaller bar on the same horizontal axis as the close 10% when 1 million short licks happens, you know? Smaller bar and counter. That information is essential, but we can tighten this up so that those total market scheduled liquidation entries closes are the same size as the specific trader liquidation entries. Thank you. And then just merge the two and drop the headers. God, I could do this for the next 82 years. Especially when I'm trading real cash, because it's like trading, you can gamble forever. You know, you could trade these charts all day long. So it's nice to have something to build while I'm doing it. And it's like part of that, you know? It's like I always say trading is so stupid because you're not compounding anything. You're ideally compounding cash, but most aren't, including myself. If you're just sitting here trading by hand, 40x levers, this doesn't work. But we'll see. Maybe it does work. Maybe I was just approaching it wrong. Doesn't work for me. I should perceive everything with me, for me, for me, for me, for me. Yes, please. Start monitoring. Okay. So I think this is a pretty good place. I keep saying that, but then I keep going. I need to step away at some point. Gotta stop. And I appreciate you guys coming through here today. And let's see what's going on here. See how long it keep going, you know? Trying to stop, but sheesh. Sheesh. Everything looks good. We survived an attack this weekend. That's crazy. An attack. And it cost me a couple trades, but maybe burnt toast theory. Like maybe I would have got ran over. Maybe I got smoked. I would have got smoked there and game over, you know? Because that was a hard, while I was sidelined, this is what I missed. This Bart. But these Barts just keep happening. So I've been lucky to be on the right side of this Bart. Boom, 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 boom. Or at least three of those, which is pretty insane. Pretty insane because there's no chance. There's no chance I would catch even close to that. No chance. Thank you, Anil. Thank you for coming through. Yeah, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna wait for this one to finish up here, but if this works, then I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna call it a day. Nice. The NFA thing looks good. on YouTube. Scrolling around along the bottom there. That's nice, dude. I should have been had that because it's so much easier than me showing the screen, the NFA screen. Okay, so she's almost done here.
Talent you have naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay, so this should be Gucci now. We'll see. Okay. Actions here. Still got the margin. Okay, nice. Scheduled here. Okay, that's way better, dude. That's way better. Gosh, that's better. These are my scheduled positions. So I have a buy still because I'm a DGen. And why wouldn't I? $1,000 at 40x leverage if it gets down here. Throw a grand at it, you know? It's only the eighth day, only the eighth day. So we'll see what else we can get here. A close of 75% when this guy gets liquidated. But I've also got a close of 100% if 2 millions get liquidated. And I also got a close if it goes too close to my stop loss. Yeah, this is fire, dude. We're set. We're set. Now I'm just gonna do one last test. And it better not shit the bed. You better not. You bet you. This is just such. This is like a nice. I like this. Look here. Don't love this look. This is nice. This kind of ghetto, but we'll fix that over time. This nice, ghetto, nice, ghetto, broken, little ghetto. But this, I like this. This is one of my more favorite tabs now that she's updated that. So should I tell her? No, let's not tell her that because that's just another rabbit hole. I'll be here for another 8 hours. Much love to you guys. I hope you have a great day. Let's see here. I'm gonna put close here on licks of short licks. Okay, when there's a million, let's say when there's 0.5 million, I want to close 10% at one tick, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, 5 ticks. Yes. Okay, now I have another close of 10% when 0.5 million in shorts. Okay, okay. So that's chill. That's chill. I feel pretty safe when I take profits now. I don't know which one's gonna trigger, but I hope any of them trigger, honestly. Yeah, exactly. Speaking of that, I should probably just take off a little of this position here before I get ghosts. I'm just gonna be greedy on the close. I'm gonna be greedy on the close. It's too early, maybe, sure, but every single red bar, I'm just like, just locking a little more profit. This is day one, dude. Day one of a new week. Just take your little dub and be outie. But like, what is the reason for closing is the question. There's nothing happening. This guy's not getting pressed yet. I would love to close when he buys again because he always does. So maybe I'll just go with that thesis. And I think I have a stop loss in there. Yeah. So when he buys again, that's when I want to close. So I kind of have that when the scheduled. because when he gets liquidated is when I close, but he doesn't get liquidated. So if I have this right here, it's when he gets liquidated. It's actually $2 less because it just moved. But when he gets licked, I close 75%. But all this other stuff's probably going to trigger too. So close, close, close. Can you double check? Can you double check that all of our scheduled closes when they trigger, they're reduce only? I think they are. Yeah, they should be. They should be. She's gonna say yes. She's gonna be like, yes, Moon, of course. All right, I can tinker all day, so I'm just gonna get Ghost. Much love to you. I'll see you next time. Links in the description if you do want to get lifetime moondev.com. You can apply. If you get accepted, you can join. There are all the types of payment methods in the world. And if you want to know everything I know, this is everything I've got. So plus more, moondev.com. Much love to you. Have a great day. Have a great, 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 great day. Great rest of your day. You know, it's 2:30 here. End meeting for all. Peace, guys. Thanks for coming through. Okay, so this recording, I'm not sure how I'm gonna get the recording to you, but I was trying to get everybody in here today, so I will get the recording to you somehow. I got your emails if you did join, so I'll shoot that over maybe via YouTube link, or we'll figure that out here at the end of the day. Please give me about, I don't know, 12, 24 hours to get the recording to you. And then future days when we do private live streams, everybody that's a member gets access to the lives, of course. And then we'll get those recordings to you somehow. Hey, Joe, 777, bro. Okay, good. We're locked here. I got the chat down here. If you guys don't want your name on this, change your name. Like, sorry, Joe, but I just put your name there. But yeah, I'm gonna put the chat. I'm gonna bring the chat in every once in a while. But I'll probably just keep it down here as well. So sorry if I just showed your name. My bad. All right. So where are we gonna begin today is the question. God, I got a lot to build. I got a lot to build, and I'm glad we're here. I feel so much safer. I do have this on YouTube and Twitch, but the it's totally it's hidden. The code is hidden. So you guys get to see the good stuff here. If you're on YouTube and Twitch, I had to hide it. I got hacked and I just can't afford to do that again. I spent all morning, all yesterday recovering from that, and then all morning again. I thought I recovered yesterday and I guess I didn't. So I had to switch the whole server over. Now it's a hidden server that hopefully nobody can do whatever they were doing to it. They're ahead of me in that department, and you know that's okay with me. It's okay with me. So much love to you guys for sticking with me here. Appreciate you for finding your way into this private live, and I've got a lot to build. I've planned it out a bit here today, but first off, there were some major liquidations this morning. I wanted to be short up here. My app wasn't working. Everything was down, unfortunately, or else I would have been short up here into this long. I did get the long though, so I'm not going to be greedy. I think this is about 1,000 trades, and that's the game I'm playing. What I am building here is the quant app because I have made the realization, or I've come to the realization that a lot of people just don't want to learn how to code. Now I know you guys in the Zoom are different. Like you already joined the boot camp. You're actually taking the steps to become an automated trader because you also see that's the best way to trade. But everybody on the outside, it's hard to keep showing this stuff and not focus on the 99% of people who do not want to learn how to code. So what I wanted to do, even for us coders, this seems to be a pretty solid tool. It's using some of my backtest ideas around liquidations to allow us to essentially buy people's liquidations and sell upon liquidations. As you can see, I have a scheduled buy here on that liquidation of 86691, 86691. So it's once this guy gets liquidated, I will be buying 1% of my account. But I did go a little early today, so that actually makes me want to close a bit of this. So here's a cool thing that it can do is it can close positions on limits. So close 10%. Okay, it warns me that I'm in the middle of a zone right now, so that's a good thing.
You might have more talent than me, you might be smarter than me, but if we get on the treadmill together, right? There's two things. You're getting off first. I'm gonna die.
It's really that simple. So this is pretty cool because it just got me out of 10% of the position, opposed to trying to get out of the full position, right? It's just limiting me out, and I can limit on like the 15th bid. So if I want to take 10 more percent off, for example, let's take 10% off, but let's take it at the 15th tick. So this effectively makes it free when you do the math. So there's trading fees every time you trade, and if you buy far enough on the ticks, it saves you so much money that the math comes out to effectively free. So I'm building this quant app out for people that still want to trade by hand. And, it is what it is. Most people are 40x leverage, 40x leverage. So I can see it. So I'm just trying to build a download app, a downloadable app that anybody can use to trade a little better. Now, do I know it's going to make you trade better? No, I don't. So I've tested it for a week and my P&L curve was up and to the right. I made 16%. That being said, I have all of this experience from the past. So it's not like somebody could download it and just do it immediately. But now this week, I scaled up the size a bit just to see if this can take bigger size and if I can still control my emotions. Because really, that's what this app is about, right? It's I if I was bullish up here, okay, most people probably longed right here, long the dip, right? But if you're using something to look at liquidations, which I'm doing here, and people's not only past liquidations, but future liquidations, then instead of buying here, if I wanted to be bullish and long, I would wait till liquidations happen and buy where I actually purchased. See how that's helpful? And you can see I closed 10% of the position. Oh, it's still trying to close 10% of the position because it's on the 15th tick. So some people are like, oh, this latency is too slow. And it's like, that's kind of the point. That's kind of the point. So as a hand trader, you don't, in my opinion, you don't want speed. You don't want to be in and out of positions all the time because you just get chopped up by fees. But that's, opinion. That's an opinion. That's an opinion. That's an opinion. What I want to do here, if I can, is I do see everybody's name popping up. Okay, I'm able to add people as you get in. Once you do get in here, just say hi in the chat. Make sure you're all locked in. You can hear me okay. Okay. I see people are going to be coming in all day, so I'll have to let them in batches. GM Timmy, how are you? Chris is here. Okay, all good. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you guys. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, I'm obviously still working on this system of how to get the links to you, but I hope it all went well. We are just going to make that a tighter and tighter system to make sure everything goes perfectly. But I'm going to keep exiting a bit of this position here just because I got a super good entry. That tells me I actually should hold it probably a little bit, but can't go broke taking profits. I'm still trying to close. Okay, let's look at my list of things I want to do. But first off, I want to see where these guys are at. This guy got out of the market last night, and he's the one who literally moved it up this much, 3%. He's kind of been bullying the price for a long time. Oh, perfect. You can't see that people's name up here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I was worried you could see everybody who entered his name, but in the recording, you cannot see that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so you can see here, this guy has some recent fills. Sell, sell, sell at 8:10 a.m. And this is the whale here with 14 million. He entered in and he pushed the price down. So it's pretty interesting watching this guy for the last 2 weeks now. I also see Dean is back in here. So that's a pretty big position. All in order, Casey. How are you? How are you? How are you? Good to see you guys. Now, I also want to look at this guy because he's the one pending liquidation that in a long I'm worried about. But he has made it through some ups and downs over Christmas. So we'll see if he stays. I'm still trying to get out on the 15th tick. So this is an example of when it doesn't work well because it is $15 behind. But we'll see. I did take a little bit of profit off. Okay, so I've checked in on this guy. He looks like nothing's changed. Has he bought anything? No, he's just sitting there from Christmas Eve. So I named him Eve, but all of the liquidations, all of these people got liquidated this morning. So you see what I'm saying? Like, as a hand trader, if I'm building something for hand traders now, as a hand trader, if you get bullish up here and you buy, you get liquidated. And everybody did this morning. Now, if you have a bullish sentiment and you want to be in a long, why not wait until these numbers get to like 10 million long liquidations, right? Taking over somebody's position. Now, that doesn't mean the price isn't going to just keep spiking way down, right? It doesn't mean that. All it means is I'm controlling the controllables, which is number one, limit orders only. Number two, be patient. Number three, only enter upon somebody else's liquidation. And that's what I'm building into this app. So far, it's helped me do that. It stopped me multiple times from entering positions overnight when it's out of my hours. I only give myself 8 hours a day to trade. It stopped me multiple times from entering a position in the middle of a range. So far, so good. But I don't truly believe in 40x hand trading. I'm just building a product to try to help those that are doing that. And if it works for me, then it might help for them. And of course, everybody, all members will get access somehow, some way. I haven't figured any of that out yet. It's going to start with like a premium model. So if you're in the lifetime, you can get access. But then we'll trickle on down to like a free version for members, right? So I don't know how we'll do that, but I just want to make sure to reward your guys' loyalty. You guys keep showing up and you keep cheering me on in this very, very scarcity-led industry. So it's really cool to work with you guys. Okay, let's go ahead. And since we've checked in on both of these two whales, this guy and that guy, it's time to move on to my list here. I had all these preparations for the stream. I'll take those away. I do have a bigger size now, which is good. We'll see how that goes. What I want to build easy.py into this as well. I think that's going to be interesting. I just need to figure out if I want to do that today, right now, because that's not a pivot, but that's like a big feature. So easy.py this is a new big feature. This is for, I don't know if you saw my video yesterday, but easy.py is for Solana positions. And the only thing I see on Solana positions right now, like for Solana, I don't really want to run any sniper bots. I don't want to run any type of like trading a lot bots. The only thesis I have with Solana right now is a mean reversion thesis. There are some good communities out there that if Solana pops back off, then they might mean revert. That's the only thesis there. So the only thing I would build for Solana right now is like a DCA bot because these are cooked. This is what every Solana chart looks like, right? Every Solana meme coin I'm talking about. Every chart looks like this. Now, if you think this is coming back, these are generational entries. Not necessarily on this token. The token doesn't matter. whatever your token is on the Solana meme coin trenches. If you think that's coming back ever, generational entries, right? So the only bot I would be running is a DCA bot, dollar cost average bot, just accumulating at these lows with a small size that I can just burn, right? Because if I can just burn it, then I don't care about that money. And to get up to even down bad, you're up 15x. So that's kind of a feature I want to build. I just don't think I want to build that right now, simply because I want to keep this focused on the 40x perps for now, because that is the number one product people are trading. And if everybody, not I know not most of you guys in the Zoom, you're actually doing what I begged and pleaded for you guys to do, which is awesome. But everybody else, they're still trading by hand, 40x leverage, and I'm sure a lot of people inside the boot camp while they're learning are too. So this could be interesting.
That I don't have even questions that I don't. I'm just gonna keep going. Just gonna keep going, and I'll figure these things out as we go. Right, and just continue to build that way. So I try to live by that. Rest at the end.
Rest at the end. Rest at the end. Rest at the end. All chat will be in the Zoom if anybody is trying to chat in the main part. This is because I got hacked and I can't show my code anymore. I can't show my code anymore to the public. So if there are chats coming through, you do see a little black box on my code section. Everybody in the Zoom, hey, Zoom guys, Zoom squad. Neil, how are you, by the way? Can you guys see the full screen? Can you confirm you can see the full screen? You can see my cursor here. Write me a super long poem. And there actually shouldn't be much lag either with the Zoom. So I think that the Zoom can see my full screen, no blackout on it. If you're in the public, you can see the blacked out screen. I see everything, Timmy says. Perfect. I see everything. Yes, I can see it. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Okay, so yeah. And then anybody that is in here as well gets the full replay, as I know I will go for 4 hours, sometimes longer on some days. So you can take that replay, throw it to AI, sum it up, whatever you want. Everybody here in the Zoom is getting access to that replay. And it will be in your inbox, I would say, within 24 hours. So sick. So I think I'm going to add this new big feature here later, as that is a pretty big feature. But I do want to fork this version of the Quant app and make it more compact, because this is getting a little big for me. And I want to rethink the ordering system. So I think I'm going to fork it first so I can keep this going fine. So how do I fork it? Well, I actually, my whole life I've heard that word, fork, fork, fork. But how do you fork that is the question. And I think a fork is just a copy. It's just a copy, right? You're just copying the old code. So I'm going to call this one Quant app. I'm making a GitHub here. Call this one Quant app, because the other one's called like risk control something, because that's was pre-name. You guys were here pre-name, but now I got just the most original name in the world. Called it Quant app. We're Gucci. So let's go ahead and say Conda activate T-Flow, bro. Okay. And then I can just run C, because now I'm in the Quant app. Perfect. And then I'm going to say I need to get access to this here. So this is under risk control app, trading risk control app, copy path, copy repo path. And then let's go here and say, okay, I have this trading risk control app and I want you to do an entire fork of it. So copy everything over 100% and let me know when you're done. It should be working. All the ENVs, everything needs to be copied over. Just like literal fork. A literal fork of it, put it into this folder though, without the trading risk control part. So you're taking the insides of trading risk control, and now it's called Quant App, and this is the fork of it. I'm doing it this way because I've got some big updates I want to make, but I don't want to ruin what's working within the trading risk control app. So please don't change anything there. Let me know when you are finished. Okay, so she's going to do that, and she'll probably show stuff in my .env, so I'm going to step away from that. Let's go ahead here and actually talk to her. This is a trading risk control app here, and I'm going to go ahead and hit it in plan mode here. All right, so I want to entirely rethink the ordering system here. I feel like we don't need a big buy and sell button. We don't need like all these different buttons, schedule, close, etc. We could have like one action button, and that action button can do whatever the action is. For example, if I'm setting just a regular buy order at 1%, okay, click that buy, whatever. We set the settings and we click the buy. If it's a on licks schedule, okay, then it will say on licks. You'll just change, right? There's only going to be one button, and it's based on the settings that we pick, right? We can totally rethink this, and we can tighten this up a ton. Meaning we don't need to be able to have to scroll so much to see everything. We can use tabs instead. So for example, active positions, when we have an active position, that'll be the main tab because that's what we want to see. But then we can have another tab of like adding or something, or active positions could share the tab with being able to add or close. We could have scheduled liquidations or scheduled entries as another tab. We could have risk protection as another tab. We could have open positions as another. Well, we already talked about that. We just don't need the duplicate anymore. We have it down at the bottom and also at the top. Execution log can be another tab. My notes can be another tab. Okay, so the goal here is to keep everything. I don't have to scroll. I don't like the scroll. I don't have like having to scroll up and down. I do show this on a stream, so the scrolling is very hard for people to watch. If I could just click tab to tab and have everything shown on the screen at once, kind of like this screenshot shows, we can use about that much area without scrolling back and forth. That would absolutely be GOAT. Okay, so yeah, I essentially want you to rethink the entire ordering system so we just can have one action button. Now, you're not going to code anything. I just want you to think of the entire plan here. Okay. Okay, sweet. And then how do I pause? Hey, chat, one more question for you guys. I'm new to Zoom here. Can you see my screen now? Or is it paused? Like, I'm going to Claude right now. Can you see Claude on desktop? Just a little OPSEC here because I trust all you guys in the Zoom, but it's still, I gotta have my OPSEC locked here. So can you see the Claude paused? Okay, is it paused on the old screen, or I wish I could see this from the other side. Pause hasn't changed, so pause. Looks paused. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Oscar. Thank you, Javon. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Mike. Okay, perfect. That's great because now I can go check to see if I have my API keys on here. Okay, we're good. So let's go back to resume, and that should be resumed. Perfect. So since she's done, I'm just going to give her that prompt. So let's go to Whisper again because I have that prompt. All right, so we want to entirely rethink the ordering system. Yes. Okay. And then here, let's give her this part. Okay. Perfect. And then here, we'll take a screenshot of the Quant app here and show her like how much room she can work with. So the screenshot really gives you how much room I want you to work with here. So essentially, we're taking what the old app was, this big scrolling convoluted mess. We're rethinking the entire ordering system and rethinking the entire tab system so we don't have to scroll. So let's think about this, let's plan it out, and then we'll attack. Let's go to plan mode here. So that is shift tab a few times. And beautiful. Let's go ahead and run it. Okay, so I have my to-do list here, and I can bring that down here now. And we should be live again. You should be able to see everything. It's exploring. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's going on over here. Okay, this chart had a big liquidation event this morning. $10 million in liquidations happened.
Had a great quote that said, rest at the end, not in the middle. That's something I always look for. Not gonna rest, I'm gonna keep on pushing that. A lot of answers that I don't have, even questions that I don't have. But I'm just gonna keep going. Just gonna keep going, and I'll figure these things out as we go, right? And you just continue to build that way. So that I try to live by that all the time. Rest at the end. Rest at the end.
Rest at the end. Rest at the end. Let's get it. Let's get it till the end. When's the end? Who knows? Just gonna go as hard as I possibly can until the end. That's all. Simple. Have an idea, let's get it. Have an idea, Claude, let's get it. Because I'm not doing it. You're gonna do it. I'm gonna give you the idea though. And I have endless ideas. Endless, endless, endless. See if there's any more long liquidations to be had. There is that Christmas Eve guy that they could go get. They're not far away from him. He's at 86700. So that's all that's a possibility. But okay, so for the unified, I got tape on my TV because take this tape off so I can read this. I taped my TV so I can know where the measurements are for the live stream, whatever. But for the unified action button, should it show the text that describes the current action mode? Yes. Exactly, dude. Yeah, of course. You guys asked that. For the tab structure, which of these groupings makes sense? Positions, scheduled, risk, log, notes. More granular positions, actions, scheduled entries. I like more granular. Should the liquidation data, long, shorts, history be visible at the top like your screenshot, or should it be no? Always visible. Always visible. Beautiful. All right. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, okay. So we're locked today. We're locked. I really love plan mode. I don't know if you guys are using plan mode at all, but plan mode is sick. So shout out to whoever told me about that. You hit shift tab on Claude just a couple times. You can like go through the modes. But one of them is plan mode, and it helps you make sure that you get all your ideas out and you guys are communicating correctly. And that's big for me because my prompts aren't the best and my communication with the AI is not the best. So it helps me slow down. It helps us understand each other, and it helps us debug less, which is nice. So I don't know if you guys are using plan mode, but definitely check it out.